Raise your hand if you are writing your first draft this year, if that's your New Year's goal, because it's mine. And I just want to talk to you guys for a minute. If you don't know me, my name is Courtney. I'm a developmental fiction editor specializing in the fantasy and romance genres, but I do also edit dystopian, historical fiction, and cozy mystery. So when it comes to first drafts, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get the perfect first draft, and I'm guilty of this. My perfectionism never leaves me. But what we're doing when we're writing our first drafts is we're comparing our first drafts to other authors' final drafts, the ones that go on to get published. And what we never see, because it's always behind the scenes and it's not typically something we often share, is we never see the writer's process of how they get from the very initial idea stage to the drafting stage to all the little stages in between before that book reaches publication. And what I've learned from working with over 70 plus authors is that their drafting process, while it might be similar, doesn't look the same. So some zero draft, some you like to use sticky notes or note cards and, physically put it on a wall. Some use the program called Scapple that's done by the same people who do Scrivener. And some people write their whole scenes from beginning to end. But the thing to know is that the first draft process looks different for everybody, for every single writer out there. There's no correct way to do it. So tell yourself the story first, even if it doesn't make sense, even if the scenes are out of order. Shaping it into a story-shaped thing can come later. So I love the analogy of shoveling sand into the sandbox. That's what our first draft is. We're shoveling sand into the sandbox so that in self-edits and revisions, we can shape that into a beautiful sandcastle later. And if you made it this far into the video, I want this video to be a community post. So leave it in the comments, your drafting process, so that we could all learn from each other.